Hello there, folks on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever this is going. Hello to you. So I just want to do a quick video on essentially some major tips for delivering on Zoom if you are ever presenting on Zoom as an online facilitator, online coach, online presenter, online educator, whatever you call yourself, right? So very soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 months, I'll be releasing my second book, which is super exciting. It's called Advanced Facilitation Skills for Online Presenters. Now, in that book, I really go through the fundamentals of how do you set up your system, so to speak. How do you set up your audience so that they are fully engaged, and how do you communicate effectively as well, right? So it's a super exciting book, but I just wanted to share that today I had a number of tech issues and challenges as I presented, right? And what I've noticed is the biggest couple of things that lead to successful online delivery, kind of these things, right? So you maybe want to grab a pen and write this down. First one, number one, is you want to always have an attitude of no assumptions. What I mean by that is many times in my life when I've been presenting on Zoom, I've just automatically assumed they could see what I was showing. And I learned through the hard way that you have to constantly check in with your audience and say, can you see XYZ document? Or I've just brought up a video, can you hear the sound? Drop a yes in the chat if you can hear the sound, right? So you want to constantly be checking in with your audience to make sure they can see, they can hear whatever you think that you are showing at the time, right? Second thing, you always want to have contingencies, right? Because guaranteed something's going to happen for you or your audience or your audience's audience. And there's a lot of stuff that sometimes is out of your control. So what I highly recommend that you do is make sure that you've always got a system where people can send you a message if they fall out of the session, right? And you can let them back in. Or they can send a message in the chat to let you know that something's gone wrong, right? So you set up that protocol so that there's always a contingency measure if something's going wrong for them, and you are aware of it. And you can also set up system buddies where, for example, if someone's in a breakout room, they fall out, they can still connect with each other, and when the person eventually comes back on, then they can support each other, whatever's going through, and complete the task, right? Next thing, what I highly recommend that you do and get very good at is the chat box. This is where most trainers and presenters and workshop facilitators really limit themselves. I don't understand why, but great presenters, great trainers are extremely comfortable with eliciting responses in the chat box, right? So some of my favorites are, if you can hear me and see me, drop a yes in the chat box, right? Another one, if you're done on that task, drop a D in the chat for done, right? If you're present, ready to go, ready to rock and roll, ready to have some fun, drop a P in the chat, and I make a joke about it, we have some fun. If you're ready for the next task, drop an R in the chat, right? Another one could be, if you've saved that document and you're ready to move on, drop an S in the chat, and that would be great, right? What else have we got here, folks? Another one could be, if you've got value from what we've just gone through and you've learned something, drop a V for value in the chat, right? So all these different ways you can get people to respond. You could say, if that makes sense, drop a yes in the chat, right? All these different ways are really, really powerful, because at the end of the day with online delivery, you have to be telling people how you want them to respond. So if you want them to answer a question, you've got to tell them how to respond. If you want them to say, how are you today? You've got to tell them, all right, everyone, if you're feeling good today, raise your hand. If you are feeling good today, drop a yes in the chat. If you're feeling good today, unmute yourself and say yes, right? So that's the thing with online delivery. You've got to be willing to tell people how you want them to respond, right? So on this video, hopefully you got some value from it. Basically, the number one thing is no assumptions. Have contingency plans in place and get that chat box as active as you can and get people regularly used to responding in that chat. And that's kind of your communication methodology and protocol. Oh, and one more protocol I love to share is the secret sauce for getting people to ask questions. If somebody does have a question they want to ask, instead of them yelling out, "Hello, I've got a question," instead of them doing that, what you can do, set up the protocol that they put a Q in the chat box, they put a Q in the chat, then you as a presenter notice that, and then you say, Bill, Bill, it seems you got a question there. Bill, go ahead, unmute yourself and share what's the question that you've got that you would love me to help you with, right? And by doing that, it really sets up a healthy frame, very polite frame, and everyone just knows, okay, if I've got a question, I'm just going to drop a Q in the chat, and then the presenter will see me and give me the opportunity to speak and ask a question. Hopefully you got some value from the video, folks. As always, like, comment, share. Let's get the good stuff out there. And as you might have noticed, I'm doing a lot more organic content out and about. And tonight I'm running at a soccer field kind of thing. But anyway, I just wanted to share these because today I had a bit of an interesting delivery time. A lot of fun and no major dramas, but it was no major dramas because we had all these contingencies in place and it went quite smoothly. On that note, folks, thanks for watching and we'll maybe see you on the next video. Bye.